So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riverbend. We are here. We are here. We are here. I did the middle mow of the other field. Got a bunch of bales made. And now I've mowed and turned this into grass, the top fields. And we are going to make some silage bales because I want to be able to sell some and we need to make some money back. Obviously, each month costs me about $2,000 to survive. We will make a lot of money at the end of the year when we start selling our product. But for right now, I'm having to just kind of hold on. But these silage bales will add to our income. I don't really think I need any more hay, and I'll take you guys over to the hay pile. I think the volume is way down on my tractor. Give me a second here to get that. Now you can hear everything good. And for those of you watching on stream, if the tractors and stuff are too loud, let me know and I will cut them back just a hair. See, there's still some... I should probably grab that extra materials. There's probably enough for another bale in there, honestly. Look at all that extra stuff on the ground. I don't know why I didn't get that when I did the last pass, but let's go ahead and... Now, I'm making these silage bales of the extra large variant. Coming in 5x5. They're coming in 5x5. Is that a song? Did you know that there's a small portion of Arthur that is kind of sort of thinking about going back to World of Tanks? If I shouldn't do it, try to dissuade me tonight. Because I have to download it and it's huge. I do have room on my hard drive for it, but I've been kind of, as I'm going to bed at night, watching some of my old videos, just kind of remembering World of Tanks. I always remember it fondly because it's so bad, and it's gotten worse. Like, the community, wow, how did I miss all of this grass? What the heck? And World of Warships, yeah. Now, I'm not going to put that... I love World of Warships. That game has not gone away. But I like... And that's a money grab. It is. I only play against bots on that game. I know it's stupid, but I really wish with World of Tanks that they would put a bot mode in. They have this bot mode, and this is going to sound really lame, because it is. But they have a bot mode in World of Tanks, and in that bot mode, you can only play it when you first come back after not playing the game for a long time. And you get in with people on your team and bots on the other team. And it actually is a lot of fun because the other bots they fight. So what happens in the general population games is people just hide. That's all they do. Yeah, and people talking about your mother. They just end up hiding away and camping, or they just YOLO and die. But the bots are actually better than probably 70% of the newer players. No offense. And they do a pretty good job of balanced fighting. And so the bot battles are actually a lot of fun. And you win more often than you lose, just like you do in World of Warships. But that kind of makes the game more fun too, because it's like, hey, you're winning. So I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, Cameo? So part of me is thinking about going back, but then there's the frustration of dealing with artillery, dealing with the really like unbalanced teams. I don't know. Yeah, there you go, Wolf. That's your timing is impeccable. So I don't know. I'm kind of. I guess I probably could just download it. The other part of me feels like I should just start over again. Like, I've got 1 million premium tanks. I've got like most of the branches unlocked. So I've got a lot of tanks. And honestly, they say that that's actually bad for you because get schedule when I can. There's no buying of anything right now. I need to get a better situation. There might be There might be a better situation coming. Thank you. There's another coffee cup right here, by the way.
I know.
There might be a better situation coming. I found out today, but Schedule 1 does look like fun, by the way. I would play it. The guy that does I can't say the name of the nearby city run. It's about an hour round trip. And then he goes to all the other cities that are in the area. He's quitting. He gave his 1 week notice today. He's this old guy named Herman, really nice guy. But he says he's getting too many hours. Okay, moving right along. We're not going to talk about that anymore, but now you guys know. So, you're going to crash the party. Crash it up. Tear it down. Anyway, this guy is retiring, so I was going to propose to the boss that, hey, I can take over that trip. I'll work the mornings like I have been, because he doesn't come in till noon and then takes the stuff. And by the way, hi, Dark Spectre. I think I said hi. And so he, hang on, I'll get to you in a second. Anyway, he comes in at noon. So what I would do is I'd work till noon and then take the trip to that city, to the other city, that one, yeah. And I almost blew it again. Have to edit. And so, yeah. And so anyway, I'm going to have to do that, and I would have to. But I was going to ask him for a raise because he's not going to have to pay that guy anymore. So I would work my hours, and then I would work a couple additional hours, probably like 6 or. Well, it would be an extra 3 to 4 hours a day. So I'd be moving from 5 hours up to 8 hours. 7 or 8 hours. No, it's just okay. So do you guys remember that trucking game that I had where you'd load the boxes into the back of that little Ford Transit? It's that exact van. Like when I got in it the first time, I'm like, oh my God, this is the van from that game. Like it's exactly the same. So I'm driving a Ford Transit. I'd be driving it back and forth. Yeah, the truck and logistics sim, exactly, Cameo. Yeah, it's that van. It's that exact van. And so we use pickup trucks, but we also have an expediter van. Yeah, so I'd be driving down and then back up again every day, and so I'd do it's an hour each way. Yeah, it's like 48 minutes each way. So basically, and then there's another store, I can't say where, but it starts with a C, and it's another like 30 minutes, but it's kind of on the way. So he goes to like those stores and then comes back, and he gets back about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would drive my normal routes in the morning like I do, and help David with the workload, because the morning is when we're the busiest. In the afternoon it dies down, and then in the afternoon I take his place, and the girl Kayla and Breck, the other guy that works there, they can handle the driving in the afternoon. And then when I get back from my run, then I'd be done for the day. So I'm going to propose that to him tomorrow. So that would mean that instead of us being complete, because I don't think I told you guys this, but my child support's coming out of my paychecks now. And I'm literally making, after the child support's out, I'm literally making like $3 an hour. We're not going to be able to make it. So I have to do something different. And so, like I said, I've been looking for another job might come up or something, but at least for now, I'm already working there. And if I don't hear anything back from this other job or whatever, I can, I still have 3 that are little. Not little, but John is 12. And so Violet is, wait, let me think about this. No, Violet is 16, Evelyn is 18. So when Evelyn turns 18 this year, I won't have to pay anymore for her. So Violet's going to be 15 and John is 12. So, but John and Violet will be 16 this year, right? So then John's 13. Oh my God.
John's 13 in July.
John's 13 in July.
16 in
and Violet will be 16 in September. There we go.
Evelyn is 18 in
So those 2 I still will be paying for. I just actually talked to John today on the phone. He's getting his man voice. It was cute. I'm like, is Seth there? Because he called first. He's like, hey, it's John. And I'm like, is Seth there? He's like, because he said something in the background, like, oh, I'm on the phone with Dad. And I'm like, wait, is that Seth? And it was John. I'm like, oh my God, his voice is changing. He's like, when are you coming back? I'm like, as soon as I can, John. As soon as I can. Like they want me to come home and visit. Hoping to be able to do that on some holiday weekend here coming up. So, yeah, Seth and I mean, none of them have my voice. Mark is probably the closest, don't you think, babe?
No, I think
Ryan is? Okay, Ryan's got a pretty deep voice. Seth is smaller, so he doesn't sound a lot like me because he's a little fella. You know, little, but he's like 4'8". No, Seth's taller than that. He's
Seth's as tall as you.
No, Seth is not as tall as me. No, he's not. No, he's short. I think he's like his mom's height, like 5'8", 5'9". Little feller. He's a little fella. That is such a horribly great. That's such a great movie, man. That's a great movie. Rough, but good. Hey, I doxed myself again, JC. It's good to see you. Let's not redo it though, because I'm recording now, so we will no longer talk about the place that I am, though you all know where I'm at. Anyway, Wolf was saying that he's created a new Riverbend. I love Riverbend. I think this is probably so far the favorite map that I've played on. The fields are a little small for like American map fields, but they're not bad. Anyway, oh, that's right. I wanted to show you the YouTube viewers and you guys. Look, yeah, we got a lot of bales. I think this will be enough to get these cows raised, and we'll get to next year. We should be fine. So right now I'm turning bales into silage. I turn bales into silage. Do, 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 do. Let's see. I mean, they want to know. Everybody wants to know where I live. And now everybody that's on the stream does know.
They don't need to know.
Not exactly where I live, but yeah, but there's no need. I guess I've been so bad at doxing myself. And honestly, it's never been a big issue, but is the stream stuttering? Starlink. There's unfortunately not. Is everybody having issues with the stream stuttering? Let me check real quick here and see what Starlink is doing. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now we need to run down to the shop and yeah, I mean that's unfortunately that's the world I live in. This is the Starlink I'm given. The trees are starting to bloom. Actually, they're in full bloom now. Yeah. 640 by 480. Anyway, so we have got these bales we're going to wrap. You said, how did you know? Wrappers. Now, I did a thing. I wasn't really paying attention. Can these do... Okay, 150. Shoot. 180. Okay, that's probably the one that I'm going to have to rent. I went ahead with the 180s. So that only does 150. 150. 181. What? That's weird. So my choice is the hybrid tractor, which I don't really want to do that because that makes one long one. So I want to use this. What do they call it? An accumulator. I like that.
No,
Oh, this is a mod, but this does up to 181. Okay, so we're gonna.
Albus, you're already having snowballs.
We're gonna grab that. He's gonna get that. We're gonna lease this fella. There we go. But it'll pay for itself pretty quick because that we're getting.
Okay.
Dude. Get the weight on. Anyway, so how are you doing, Breeze? What happened with your job? I know you were talking about being a little bit afraid that you were not going to keep the job, but you're a full-time employee. It sounds like they're mostly just letting people go that are that are like temp jobs. So I'm hoping that you were able to keep your job. Oh, that reminds me.
Elvis!
I gotta file an extension. I didn't do my taxes. I gotta file an extension tomorrow. Oops. Online before I take a nap. Don't let me forget, babe. Has to be done
I
tomorrow.
just thought you could have just do the taxes online and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll do them soon because I don't. Well, because I have to pull all that information together. It takes hours. Well, I'll do it next weekend, but in the meantime, I have to send in the thingy. What's up, Avalon? Did I go the wrong? I feel like I went the wrong way. Wait a minute. I'm lost. No, I'm going the right way. Okay. All right, we've arrived home. Let's wrap. Not really. What happened? Uh-oh. That's not the right answer. Maybe into May? Okay. Oh. Well, geez.
Stop!
Oh, that's the one. That's the first bale. And so that was a hay bale. Oh, they're waiting for that. Okay, yeah. 50%. Whoa. Maybe they'll abolish income tax. I would be okay with that. So this is a Go Wheel mod. I'm assuming it's from Giants, but it might not be. Let's see what this does.
Oh my god, Albus!
Wow.
It's alright, he's just second stupid.
It's great. It's a great mod so far. Bloop. Oh, I broke it. This has not gone very smoothly. I probably should have just gotten the X. And by the way, one of that local John or the local New Holland dealership by us has the those X wrappers in from whatever that is, the red ones that do the. What is this? Who's gone? Uh-oh, did my stream go down? What? Apparently the stream went down. I'll be right back, folks. I'm going to let it run for a minute more because I'm not sure what's going on. Huh. Yeah, my wife said it's working. This is not working properly. Why is it not tipping? Turn on automatic drop. Let's see if that works. Weird. Oops. Good to see you, Bowtie. Yeah, that's weird. It went down for some people and not for others. That must be on the Twitch thing. I don't know.
Fuck, is this thing coming towards me? Ugh!
What?
There's a big fuck off beetle coming after me! It's gonna eat me!
The bee. My wife's being chased by a beetle. Yeah, there you go. Auto drop works. I'll just have to clean these up later. What?
It's coming at me!
Oh my God, there's a beetle I have to go take care of. I'll be back. Yeah, the beetle's like, what? What am I doing in here? That was a big old June beetle. I didn't get it though. It disappeared into the sink and I can't find it. Ugh. Yeah, so this mod broke. Don't use. We'll finish up with it. But yeah, they do like tobacco. They're tobacco beetles. So if you quit smoking, they'll probably go away. Oh, yeah, this thing's junk. Ugh. That tray is supposed to tip when it's done. No, what?
No.
She has that. We have one window that doesn't have a screen, and she had it wide open. I'm like, well, yeah, you got all the lights on in here, and then the. I mean, we call them June beetles in Ohio. Maybe they're like May beetles here. Not compared to like an American stag beetle, yeah.
Ah!
Oh my God! Stop yelling. Have you half drunk all of those blood oranges? They're all opened and like half drunk.
You keep taking the bottles and I keep opening to the baby.
Part of the problem could be because these are the 150 cm bales. Extractor, that's what that baler is called. All right, I'm going to get this done, folks, on YouTube. We'll be back. All right, so now we're going to use the schaffer. And I'm just going to set these at the field edge. Right about here. And we'll let these things I know, I know, right, Wolf? It's an investment for a square baler. And I think that's true in real life too. That's why I go to you go to dealerships and they're primarily round balers with a few square balers because they're just so much more expensive. But if you're a big user of like if that's all your farm does is make bales, then they get the square ones. But now horsey bales are different, like the Heston bales. Those balers aren't very expensive. But the big ones, like the Coronas. I'm getting used to this thing. When I first got it, I didn't like it because I'm not really in love with the articulated body style and the steering in the game because it whips back too fast. But it reminds me of a thing today. I had and you don't realize how big these things are until you see them in real life. I went to a pipeline constructor today to deliver. They bought 4 of these giant hoses from us. I don't know what they're using them for, but they look like it's obviously for pumping some kind of materials. And to give you an idea, we have one of the trucks that we use at work is an F-150 with one of those what do they call it at the back, like a lift gate on the back. And so I had to use the F-150 today to deliver these coils of tube. And I had 4 coils of tube, and I could only get 2 of them in the back of the truck at a time. They were that big. They weren't that heavy, but they were pretty heavy. I was sweating pretty good after I loaded each one. But when I got to the place that I was dropping them off, they had a telehandler that they brought out to drop the stuff off, and it was huge. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like, you don't realize how big they are, but it was really cool to see it. And he was real like deft with it, so he came up to the back of the pickup truck and very carefully scooped each of the hoses out using the forks and then carried them over to where they wanted them. And then I went back and got another 2 and came back, and then I was like, man, I wish we had one of those at the shop. All right, folks on YouTube, I'm going to get these off the field. I'll be back. All right, there's my beautiful, neat line of cattywampus silage. I don't think I'm going to do the other field. In fact, I think right now we're going to take a look at the fields today. I'm going to start cultivating these fields to get them ready for next year. So let's go ahead and clean this thing off and put it away, fuel it up, do the repairs. Anything coming out here? I already did all my watering and stuff early off camera. I've actually been playing this farm off camera a little bit too to move it along. Because my problem is we hang out too long on the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to make it so that we see different things through the year. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of HOAs. I would never, ever move into an HOA unless I. No, I wouldn't. I would rather just not have the home.
Honestly, houses are cheaper when they're not in it.
Yeah, they cost less when they're not in HOAs anyway. Why would you buy a house in an HOA? But people do. But I'll be back. All right, so this is all serviced. For some reason, I can't service the forks. I don't. Maybe I leased them or something. I don't know. But yeah, hi BYD. So for those of you that missed it, there's my lovely grass or hay pile, and I still got one more bale I got to go grab off the field. I forgot about that. So let's go get that. It's been sitting out in the rain. We don't have any tornadic weather, so that's good. All right, put this down right there. That ought to work. So let's take a look. The first thing we're going to do is just cultivate the fields. And then we'll take a look and see what they need. I think they're probably all going to need lime. So we're going to have to rent a lime spreader. Which way is the cultivator parked? The other way. Okay, good. Perfect. All right, let's go get our tractor. I will be looking at buying a small vintage used tractor for the farm to pull around the trailers and stuff. Are you hot? It's hot in here. It's not as bad as it was when the sun was up, but it's pretty stuffy. Let's get that cultivating done. I hear an engine running. Other than mine? No? Oh, I heard bees. One petty tyrant. I think we need to sell those hay bales too. I had those up for sale. They won't bring in a lot of money, but are you making fun of me? My wife was repeating everybody in baby voice. Oh. Yeah. Should I sniff it? Hubba hubba, my wife is unlayering. she went from a t-shirt to a tank top. All right, I'm not going to plant any more grass though, so we're just going to strip off the fields. That is true. I wonder if they move slower though. Thank you for the whatever that was. Does somebody want? Can somebody tell me what that was? Hi, baby. What was that? Beep boop boop. Who followed? Who subscribed? Thank you for whatever it was. I don't get to see him because I'm in Ghost. Right now I'm using Ghost Chat. Eventually I will be getting a small secondary monitor, so I can actually put the chat on it. But for now, you're so silly. All right, get going. Here. So is that, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry.
You just watched me take that off.
Ooh.
Okay, don't eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts. What is that from? Oh, that's from Breakfast Club. And they changed it. That was like one of the first things that they edited. No, Eat My Shorts is originally from Breakfast Club. And then when they showed it on TV, like to keep it more appropriate, they changed it to Eat My Socks. Oh, I see, Wolf. Yeah, I should be able to service those in my little in-farm shop. Which is, God. So we got a good cut this year.
And
Good coffee.
oh, sorry,
Alrighty, so we've got some work to do. I'm gonna get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for watching this video. And if you are enjoying it so far and you like what we do here on my channel, your support is always a big help to us. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, whether it's $1 coffee, some of you give a lot more than that. Some of you have given a lot of money, and I appreciate it. We use that money, basically goes back into paying for the laptop that I use to record all of this, and it also pays for our always illustrious Starlink internet service, which is not always great for streaming, but at least it gets the YouTubes done. Anyway, the link is in the description, and we thank you again for the support. And let's get back to our video. All right, back we go. All right, and I think that's enough to make my turns. So I'm going to go ahead, for those of you watching on YouTube, I want to get this cultivated and finished. And then we will be back for the next, whatever phase next is. I'm also going to do that lower field, so just know that that's going to be done too in the process. I'll be back. All right, so we got our final row to cultivate with our roller cultivator. I got to go back and catch those little pieces of grass, but for the most part, that's done. And we shall see where we're at. I'm going to stream till, let's see, probably 9:30. So we got about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go to bed.
stop.
Uh-oh.
No, don't have anything else to eat.
I will say, out of the American cars currently, if I were to buy a car new and it had to be American, it honestly probably would be a Ford. Because none of the American companies do a great job with these new EGR systems. They suck. All of them have trouble. Ford, Ram, Chevy, they're all having trouble with these gas-saving devices. They work, but they break, and they're very sensitive, and so it's hard to. But I think out of all of them, Ford probably has the nicest interiors. I like my truck. Got 170,000 miles on it, and yeah, it's got some mechanical issues, but honestly, most of the stuff is in good shape. Just the motor is the big issue. But of course, that's the heart. But the interior is great, and everything works, and it's stood the test of time, and it's really nicely made. And I'm like, I was inside the GMC, and that was nice too, but not anywhere nearly as nice as the Ford is. And so I'm like, weird. It's interesting that I actually like this better, because I grew up as a GM Chevy person. So, but that Mustang he had, I saw he had rented that Mustang for his little trip to Florida, and I'm like, dang, that thing is awesome, that blue Mustang. I think if he got the same one again from the rental place, there you go. Yep, that's your pony. Is that your pony? That he, I've actually ridden in that car. He came over when I was still in Ohio. We had pizza over at the boys' house, and he had that Mustang, and I got to go for a ride in it. And it's really cool. I want one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's only a 4-cylinder, but it's like a turbo 4, so it's a big motor. It's a big 4-cylinder. It's not like the old Ford Mustang 4 cylinders. Like Those things were such junk. No, this one's a cool one. It's like 400 horsepower or something like that.
Oh, you weirdo! What are you doing?
She's like, being weird. Is there something wrong with that? You're weird, and Dad's weird. Am I not allowed to be weird? Okay, so let's go ahead and... Ow! Yeah, that's what it feels like. You like it? Jerk. Tell Albus to watch his butt. He stepped on my foot, so I stepped on his. But I always do the test. I ask every single mechanic that I visit, like, what their favorite car is, and I was asking Jonathan today at the garage that I go to. I'm like, so if you were to buy any car, what's the best one to get? He's like, and you guys are gonna know the answer already, but the answer is Toyota. He's like, Toyota. And then he was like, do you know that the Toyota,
No!
stop, leave him alone. He's like, do you know that the Toyota Tundra is the most American pickup on the market? Like, it's got more American parts and more American build than any other pickup truck in the United States. That's pretty sad. Put this right here. No. No. All right, that's good. Okay. And we're going to take a look at the fields now because I forgot to do that. So I'm going to run down there and take a look. All right, so this needs rolling, but we're not going to roll until after we seed, right? So this field needs rolling. Let's just check all the fields. I think they're all the same. I'm probably going to lime them all because I have to lime the one, and I would rather, if I'm going to rent the equipment, I might as well just do all the fields. So let's see what we got down here. I'm getting soaking wet. Are you making fun of me?
No.
Let's see. Oh, this is 100% fertilized. Needs lime, needs rolling. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and rent the lime spreader and get that done tonight. Now, I bought the Stara spreader because I believe it can do both. Let's see what it's got. It's got fertilizer in it, so we're gonna pop that out here and then we'll use the fork. Okay, enough. Oh, now she's sad. Dang it. Her feelings. I believe in angels. Yeah, we could do lime with this. It's gonna be like 50 trips, but I have a dream. Not my favorite ABBA song. And I was always trying to figure out that Super Trooper song.
I'm a super trooper, beams are gonna find me.
And then I found out that Super Trooper is actually a company that makes spotlights. And so the song's about being in the spotlight. And I thought that it's interesting, like, I don't know many people that know spotlight brands. So it's an interesting reference. Wow, this thing just, wow. Ugh. I think I'm going to rent. Or I could just be a glutton for punishment. I mean, it's honestly... yeah, that's a good point too, Avalon. They don't really make cars. Well, they make the Mustang, they make the Camaro. Or do they make the Camaro? They still make Camaros. Corvette. They make SUVs. Yeah, it seems to be... Everybody wants... You know what's funny? So... having a station wagon was like not cool. So we raised the station wagon up a couple feet or even inches and called it an SUV, and now it's cool again. But they're basically just, SUVs are basically nowadays, they're not SUVs. They're basically just raised station wagons. That's all they are. Most of them are. I mean, I guess a lot of them have all-wheel drive, which is a little different than a station wagon, but they're not. They're just station wagons. But yeah, the sedan is pretty much a thing of the past. It seems like for American car makers. Doesn't Chevy still make like the Spark and the Cruze, or have they stopped making those now? And Dodge still makes cars, don't they? I'm gonna have to look and see. Like, I haven't kept up with it. I used to know who made what and everything about it, and now, as years have gone by, I don't know anymore. Right? Yeah, you have to stay on top of maintenance and yeah, yeah. The fleet vehicles, right? Yeah, they're good at that. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out who still makes cars. I know Chrysler. They make some cars, don't they? Gosh, I just don't know anymore. Thank you for the whatever that was. I appreciate it. If somebody wants to bump me and tell me what that was. Once again, I'm using the ghost chat, so I can't see the notifications. So yeah, it seems like Kia, Toyota, Honda are the ones that are building sedans and cars. And America's really focusing. I mean, why not? Yeah, the Ford. I know they were saying that the Ford pickup truck, the F-150, isn't it like the most sold vehicle in the world, or something like that? Like they sell more Ford F-150s than any other vehicle, and it's if I remember right, it's by a long shot. It's like 10 times more than any other vehicle is sold in the world. And they don't make the Triton anymore, so that's probably a good thing, because as I know from my vehicle, the Triton's not a great engine. So hey, what's up, RP? How you doing tonight, brother? Bruddy. I was gonna say brother and buddy at the same time. It came out Bruddy. Hi, Bruddy. Good to see you. All right. Anyway, you guys get the gist. If you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just going to get these fields limed, and then the next video is going to be us getting ready to sell our crops. So that'll be the next thing that we do. I've heard it's buffering on and off. We've had an on and off night. Sometimes it's running smooth, other times it's buffering. But if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you. Is it buffering badly? Well, I don't know what's going on, but not for, yeah. It must be something with Twitch, because other people are not having buffering. That's the weird part. Dang. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow night for, I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow night yet. Probably SnowRunner. What night is it? Monday night tonight? We'll have to see. I'll see who's available and for what. And hello. So if you're watching on YouTube, have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.